I called ski patrol on a guy after he hit my son with his skis. We'd saved up for 2 years to take this trip to Colorado. My son Kevin is 11 and he'd been watching ski videos on repeat for months. We live in Florida, so this wasn't something we could just do on a random weekend. I grew up skiing in Utah, so I knew my way around a mountain, but for Kevin, this was his first time seeing real snow that wasn't in a cup at the gas station. Day 1 went great. Kevin fell probably 30 times, but he was laughing every single time he got back up. I stayed right behind him the whole day, making sure he didn't get hurt, and helping him figure out how to turn without crossing his skis. By the end of it, he was going down the bunny hill without falling, and he was so proud of himself he called his mom like 5 times to tell her about it. Day 2, Kevin wakes up and says he wants to go all the way to the top. I told him we could do it as long as we stuck to the green trails. There's a route that zigzags down the whole mountain without hitting any of the harder slopes, so that's what we plan to do. My wife decided to stay in the lodge because she doesn't ski, and she wanted to read her book by the fireplace. We get to the top and Kevin is buzzing. He's looking around at everything and asking me a million questions about the other mountains he can see and whether we can come back next year. We start heading down and he's doing amazing. He remembered everything from the day before, and he was actually keeping good speed without going too fast. We're maybe halfway down when I hear skis scraping ice behind us going way faster than they should be on a green trail. I look back for half a second and this guy, probably mid-20s, comes flying around the bend. He's going at blue trail speed easy, and he's not even trying to slow down. I yell at Kevin to move right, but it's too late. The guy slams directly into Kevin's back, and they both go down hard. Kevin's skis pop off, and he's just lying there for a second. I get to him as fast as I can, and he's already crying. His goggles are cracked, and there's snow all down the back of his jacket. I pull him up and check him over. Nothing looks broken, but he's shaking, and his knee is already starting to swell up under his snow pants. The guy is still on the ground, untangling himself from his skis, and he's swearing under his breath like this is somehow an inconvenience for him. I ask Kevin if he can stand, and he nods, but he won't stop crying. He gets his skis off and just wraps his arms around me. I'm trying to calm him down when the guy finally gets up. I turn to him and say, "What the hell were you thinking going that fast on a green trail?" He brushes snow off his jacket and looks at me like I just asked him the dumbest question in the world. He says maybe you should keep a better eye on your kid. Then he just clips back into his skis and takes off down the mountain before I can even respond. Kevin is still shaking, so I tell him to head straight to the lodge and find his mom. He takes off his skis and starts walking down the side of the trail. I stay there for a minute just staring at where that guy disappeared. My hands are shaking, but not from the cold. I pull out my phone and open the resort app. There's a ski patrol contact number right on the main screen. I call it and a guy picks up after 2 rings. I tell him what happened. I describe the guy's jacket, which was bright orange with black stripes, and his skis, which had green bindings. The patrol guy asks where we are, and I give him the trail name and the approximate spot. He says they'll find him and deal with it. I thank him and head down to the lodge. When I get there, Kevin is sitting with my wife, and she's got his snow pants rolled up checking his knee. It's already bruised and swollen. She looks at me and says we're going to the clinic. We end up spending 3 hours there. Kevin didn't break anything, but he sprained his knee pretty bad, and the doctor said he needs to stay off it for at least a week. No more skiing for this trip. We get back to the lodge, and I'm still mad. My wife can tell. She asks what I did after Kevin came down, and I tell her I called ski patrol. She nods and says good. We're sitting there trying to figure out what to do for the rest of the trip when I look out the window and see 2 ski patrol officers walking a guy in an orange jacket toward the main office. It's him. They've got his skis, and he's arguing with them the whole way. He looks up and sees me through the window. He stops walking and starts yelling. I can't hear him through the glass, but I can read his lips enough to know he's calling me every name he can think of. One of the patrol officers puts a hand on his shoulder and says something, and the guy finally turns around and keeps walking. They take him into the office, and that's the last I see of him.